Waka waka guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Shut Up and Refill My Popcorn. Today, today is another March podcasting madness episode. Going into it with fellow Network Familia alum, host of That's Wild podcast, host of Ill House Comedy, my boy Everette Anthony. What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's going on, man? How you been?
I'm good. I'm repping the Nine Clouds Up shirt.
Oh, nice. I like that one too.
Yeah, that's that classic Spurs logo. Yeah. You want to give them a shout out? I know they sponsor your podcast. They sell your merch at the shop and online. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. They've been really cool, and they do a lot of battle rap sponsors too. So
yeah,
these are really good people.
Yeah. You do not want to get into a battle rap, especially if you don't know how to rap. That would be me.
Can't rap.
I can't. So what's up, man? You what's new in your neighborhood? How's everything going on? That's wild.
It's been good. Me and Tito keep trying to find a way to keep the podcast to 30 minutes, but we always end up in an hour.
I heard the audio. Y'all spent 30 minutes on a podcast that you didn't hit record or something, or didn't go live, and it was just like the lost episode.
We didn't go live or anything. Yeah, we did like 30 minutes by ourselves, and it was actually probably better than when we actually went live. We were laughing our ass off for that first 30 minutes. We tried to rekindle that flame when we went live. It did not work. It was terrible.
Yeah, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, man. But well, like I said in the intro, man, I'm doing March podcasting madness again. I'm doing it with guests, people who I reached out to and asked if they were down to do an episode. You answered the call along with your partner in crime, Tito. I had so many like episodes recorded in the last 2-3 weeks. I'm just decided, you know what? I'm gonna release an episode on Monday and Friday for the rest of the month. And I think the last day is like Thursday. So Thursday, Monday and Thursday, the last week of March, you're gonna get an episode. Hopefully I didn't overshoot my load and I have enough in the can, but we're going to talk about, this is a BiZZaRRo Shut Up and Refill My Popcorn. So if you know BiZZaRRo World from DC Comics, you know exactly what the gimmick is. We're going to talk about one of my favorites in the franchise is 2005's Waiting, starring Ryan Reynolds, Dane Cook, and Fair. What the hell's her name? The blonde chick from Scary Movie.
Is it Anna Farrow?
Anna Farrow, yeah, Anna Faris. Yeah. Luis Guzman, Andy Milonakis. It's got Andy and also it's got the dude that gave me a shout out at a Comic-Con, David Cook. I can't say his name. The bald dude.
Hell yeah, that's badass.
So yeah, we're just gonna get into it, guys. Shoot from the hip, potato chip. What is probably your favorite part of this film?
Man, there's like number one, the whole damn show is funny as shit, and I don't even know if they could they remake that nowadays the way people are.
Probably not. Everybody's all sensitive, and I mean, I knew that golden rule of don't fuck with people that handle your food prior to this movie coming out, but it was so funny for them to mention because it's all about this restaurant shenanigans, you know, with all the goofy shit on the walls and the mozzarella sticks. This is where I insert the audio from Super Troopers. Oh, you talking about shenanigans? Yeah. Ryan Reynolds, who is the same, acts the same in almost every movie he's in, but that does not deter from how funny this motherfucker is. Like everything he's in, from Van Wilder to this to I believe what's this current movie, The Adam Project on Netflix. I hear that's pretty good, and of course Deadpool. So.
Yo, dude, I don't know if it's just on my side. Your volume like went down, like it's like you're really far away from the mic.
Oh, okay, is that a little bit better?
It could be my phone. I'm not even sure.
We ain't live, y'all, so we're gonna fucking tinker with this shit. Okay,
yo, hopefully it's just on my side.
All right, so let me
How's that? It sounds like something changed in the settings though.
On your
I got
end?
mine turned up all the way to hear you.
Okay, you got any earbuds?
Nah. Oh shit.
I got that
Hang on a
Shure
second.
MV7 microphone. They got a setting on here where if you're far, like it adjusts and stuff. Like it's pretty badass. I mean, I have my device. I could just turn the knob with it. Like I said,
It's
it's
weird though. It just did
far.
that out of nowhere.
How about now? Still worse or
Lower.
went lower? How about now?
Yeah, I could barely hear you.
You sure?
I'm really
Hello?
starting to wonder if it's my damn phone.
What does Tito call it? The potato phone?
I don't know what's happening right now.
All right. Well, we'll just rock with it like this for a while. If you need to get earbuds or headphones or something, just let me know.
You know what? Let me click them on real quick and then click them back off. If it is my side, that sometimes that fixes it.
Okay. All right, back at it after some technical difficulty. Getting back into 2005's Waiting. Now, like I said, it's a whole movie about this.
You asked me that question. I never answered it. The best scene.
The best scene. Yeah, that's right.
Honestly, one of my favorite scenes, which I'm sure if I went back and watched it, there's probably better ones. But off the top of my head is when the new dude goes off at the very end when he just had like right there, like yeah.
He just tells everybody the fucking what, like basically
Truth.
from the audience, because what we're seeing is like all this shit, and then at the when he points at Dane Cook, where he's like, "You." Nah, it's too easy. And he's like, "What the fuck did I do?" Like, you've been a dick the whole movie, bro. Like, this was pre Dane Cook rise to movie stardom, because this was before Good Luck Chuck. This was before Employee of the Month. And then he had that huge successful run on the stand-up, the Vicious Circle and all that. Because all this was going down when I was in college. And I remember just thinking, this is the same dude I remember watching on Comedy Central Presents and thinking, this motherfucker is hilarious. I had a CD. Like, I was a Dane Cook fan. And to see him in the movie, I was like, yes, let's see what this dude. And then now all of a sudden, he's like nowhere to be found. I'm sure he's still doing stand-up and stuff, but it's like just poof, disappeared.
Yo, it's crazy. I'm not 100%, but I think in this movie, he had no lines. He improv. He was only technically in like 3 minutes of the whole movie, but he had no lines. They just let him like just improv. He just went and
just do his thing.
Shit looked like, yeah.
Now Andy Milonakis was in this film, and prior to that, he was just an MTV like comedy genius, because his sketch comedy show, oh my god, was fucking off the chain hilarious. It was like Eric Andrew, or what's his dude's name? Eric Andre's show or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know you're talking. Yeah, I won't
he's
get
that
the
one
name
guy.
right,
Yeah. And then he
crazy shit.
disappeared for a while too. Like, I've seen him on TikTok. He's still doing things and stuff. So that's fucking badass. And he had some kind of like growth thing where he looked younger than what he was, like almost like Webster and Gary Coleman.
Yeah, a little bigger than Webster, but
yeah, a little paler too. But
another thing about this movie, it was almost. You ever heard the rumor like it might have been a Bennigan's that they were making fun of?
I always thought Shenanigans was a restaurant, but
look,
yeah, Bennigan's. I might be getting yeah. I never heard that, but yeah, that kind of makes sense, because it's all those gimmick shits.
The director, he worked somewhere in Orlando, like a steak ale house or something, but he also worked in Sarasota, Florida, which is the next city next to me.
Oh, okay.
And it was a Bennigan's there that he worked at. So that's why everybody thinks it was about that place. Shenanigans, Bennigan's.
Yeah. I just assume it was a real place, because like some places here in Texas you won't see anywhere else. So I'm just assuming it's like a regional thing. And they referenced it in Super Troopers. So I was like, okay, well then it must be like an East Coast thing or something, because that's Vermont and I'm assuming this was like California, so it's east, no, like Florida. Fuck, I'm getting my regions mixed up. I'm starting to have another flashback to that when I recorded with Keebler, man. I took a goddamn gummy and I was fucking mumbling. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm trying to say.
Yeah, dude, you can't do the gummies. Like, I don't know how Tito will get blazed before the pot. I can't. Like,
I mean,
I'll
I'm
go
drinking a
blank.
beer right now. That's about as best good as it's gonna get. My
Yeah, I
mouth
can't.
starts to get dry. But yeah, I mean, the funniest shit is like, I I as a young college student seeing this movie, I identified with Justin Long's character. That feeling of, okay, what am I gonna do with my life? Um, you know, I'm what, about 18, 19 at the time, but like the character's probably like in his mid 20s, not mid 20, maybe 21, 22. He's just, he's just kind of like not slacking, he's just working and just kind of like easing on through. And then like his mother's comparing him to a guy that he went to school with and was in the same classes, was in the same kind of like, we were straight A honor roll kind of guys. And then I just kind of tapered off and did the shenanigans route, and he went to MIT and all those other places and got this good job. And at the end, it was like fucking like a gut punch, because that dude walks into the restaurant and like gives him that tip, and like he doesn't want to do what he did earlier with the fucking hillbillies. So he's just like, hey, thanks. Okay. He just kind of lets it be or whatever. But it dawns on him, like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna quit this job. Because the whole movie he's thinking about doing the climbing the corporate
Yeah.
ladder and being the assistant manager and all this and that. The hostess, bro. I don't know who that chick is. I was infatuated with her. I was like, this chick, I see, she looks familiar. She has to be from something I've seen back in the day. But god dang, she is fine. And why is it like the whole manager trying to get with her and she tricks him and all that shit? That was fucking genius. I don't know about you, but I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Hey, you know why she looked familiar? Because you were dreaming about her every other night.
Oh man, if I had a poster of her, I'd have had it on my wall and shit. I don't. To think about it, I'm gonna Google who the fuck she was and where. I'm trying to figure out where I've seen her before, because she has that Disney Channel look to her.
Hey, real quick before I lose this, I was asking my girl because we just rewatched the movie recently.
Uh-huh.
When that one dude was like taking interest in the dude, the one you were just talking about, and like he gave him a job offer, and the dude was like, "Oh man," it turned out to be another restaurant.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though.
That was such a fucking cock tease, because you're like, oh shit, maybe he might do something corporate, like, oh, I like this dude's drive. Let's see what he can do in this setting. But the motherfucker owns a steakhouse.
Dude, I got a different take on it though. A steakhouse is a more high-end kind of a place than shenanigans. This dude has an interest in you. Wouldn't you not take it? Like, if you're gonna be in a restaurant, why not go over there, a higher end place, and maybe you move up faster because this dude likes you and you start getting paid? Like, I would have threw that card away. I would have seen what he wanted to offer me.
I don't know, man. Yeah, thinking, I mean, now that you kind of put it that way, that does kind of make sense. In a way, it's probably like a regular restaurant where you kind of like, I mean, from the look of the business card, I want to say it was like a Santa Fe steakhouse. So it wasn't going to be like this whole button up like Ruby Tuesdays, or not Ruby Tuesdays. What's that? Ruth Chris. And, like you look all fancy and stuff. It's probably going to be
Yeah,
like
like
another kind of like everybody wears like teal shirts and has like, like an apron and stuff. To get back to the woman of my dreams, her name is Vanessa Lengies. She's a Canadian actress, dancer, singer, best known for her from the drama American Dreams as Roxanne Bojuski. Anyway, the bitch is 36. She older than me, so she was all fair game for me to be all googly eyed.
How old was she then? She's 36 now?
She's 36 now. Came out in 2005. She was about 20. I was about 18 at the time. So yeah.
Yeah. Yo, fun fact about her. You know, at the end when the girl finally shows her vagina.
Yeah.
Supposedly
Naomi, that was her name.
Yeah, the Crayola. She's funny, but the director wanted all the girls to do the same thing. she was the only one agreed to it. That Farrah Anna, she
Anna
was like, I
Faris.
already did that. Yeah, I did that in Scary Movie. I'm not doing that again.
Like, was that
Another
her
one was
actually?
like,
Was that her actually? It wasn't a stunt pussy.
I mean,
Because you don't.
she said she would.
Yeah, because you don't see her face. You just see the scene of her, like her snatch or her pubic hair, and I always automatically assumed it was like a stunt pussy.
I mean, with her saying I already did that, I think it might have been hers.
I know that chick, the one that plays Naomi, she came out on an HBO show called Hung, starring Thomas Jane, the dude that played the Punisher.
Oh, okay.
And the gimmick there was, or the synopsis was that a recently divorced husband of two gets into the gigolo business after being discovered. Hang on one second. Someone's got to call me.
Yo,
Okay, so like that chick's in a show called Hung, which is about a recently divorced husband of two gets into the gigolo business where he basically has like a one night stand with a chick, and she's like, you've got a big dick. I mean, if the name doesn't give it away. And so like if I pimped you out, you'd make a lot of fucking money. And so this chick was his neighbor, and she just comes over, she just fucks him for free. And you see her fucking titties. Like, she literally takes her stuff off, and I'm like, it's about maybe 10 years old or something. Like, came out like 2010, 2009 or 11. And I just remember seeing, I was like, hey, that's that one chick. And then boom, she shows her fucking her tatas. I'm like, what's up? But
you got
what's up?
you gotta get you one of those subscriptions to the Mr. Skins.
Mr. Skin. Yeah, right. If I can find out what movie she's been naked in. Like, nah, man. New whatchamacallit? The other chick is in it too. She was oh man. She kind of looks like the girl that comes out on American Horror Story. The one that played I was gonna say Janet Reno, the one that played in the OJ trial show, Misha Tate. I forget her name. I know she's like
Fighter?
I don't know if that's her name. I don't know.
Misha
We're running
Tate's a
into
UFC fighter.
was her name's something. I don't know. It's the chick from dude, she's just got one of those faces. I'm seriously, I got a call from my boss, and it just shook me like, oh shit, I got more shit to do this weekend. But getting back to the movie, because you know how we do, we always kind of like drive off into the weeds. Waiting. So the chick, what did I say her name was? Naomi. She shows her snatch. You were getting into the whole that everybody else supposed to do it, but they opted out, and she said, fuck it, I'll show my. So that was her real, or dropping her panties and stuff.
Yeah, that was her dropping her stuff. I mean, I don't know if they pasted extra hair down there, but they like nobody else was in the room but the camera guy for that scene. Like, everyone had to get out of there.
Yeah,
but
it wasn't a porn scene.
Now the girl you said you like, I'm pretty sure like everyone else said no, and her reason, she's like, I'm too young, I'm not doing that scene.
Yeah, because like I said, we looked her up, or I did. She's 36, so when the movie came out, she was about 19 or 20.
Yeah, she probably just didn't want that on her record that early.
It came out in 2005 or 2006, but they film it like maybe a year or two before it releases. I didn't learn that shit out till I was like, when I was young. It didn't make no sense. I thought the movies came out like right then and there. It didn't register the concept of recording, editing, and producing it and all this and that. But that was just young, dumb me. You know what I mean?
Yo, what if they did a movie live on Zoom and it took 18 months to watch this damn movie?
You know what's crazy? She said it like that, is that those movies where it's just like all the friends are having like a FaceTime session, and the killer is killing them one by one, and the only visual you get is like of a fucking like a FaceTime call, and like video camera record, like CT, like closed caption TV or whatever, like closed circuit television, whatever. I forget, it's Unfriended or something. I can't remember. It's like a ghost of a girl that they killed, or or she died because of these people, these teenagers and shit. I
It
thought
was
it was
good.
I thought it was stupid, like going into it, and then I watched it. I'm like, oh, that's okay, that's cool. That's like the kill scenes and shit. I mean,
Yeah, I never seen that.
I don't know if there's more than one episode, or I mean, installment, but it's one of those things I might look into, talk about on the podcast. I don't know, but it was different. Uh, so 2005. Wait, I mean, what else can you say about this movie? And I mean, how can you talk about this movie and not mention the dick showing game, the Batwing, the brain? Uh, what other names did they have for 'em, man? Those are only two that pop up because holy shit, the brain, you just grab your shit and make it look like the
Yo, when that
writers of this movie. Oh my god, tip my hat to them for creativity.
when
What?
the cook, what's the one cook's name that is like, explaining all the ways to do it?
The actor's name is Luis Guzman, but
Dude,
his name on the movie. Oh, let's see.
yo, he knocked it out the park, man. He killed it when he was explaining, like the way he was doing it. It was just like,
It says his name is Radimus, so that's
okay,
weird. But
yeah,
he's a funny
dude,
dude. Luis Guzman is fucking hilarious.
yeah, he
Oh,
killed it in there.
the Calvin stuff. The dude that is in the ultimate friend zone and is afraid to piss in public because he had this incident happen where a dude caught him pissing. Like, I don't know about you, but I
No,
always
he
got,
didn't call him. He looked down at
he
it,
did, yeah, like he just straight up, like just looked and like made it seem like he was licking his lips and shit.
dude. I got some fun facts on this movie. Okay,
I know. You go for it, man. You're informing
so,
me.
yo, so Calvin, like he was the guy that couldn't pee. There
Yeah.
was supposed to be another dude, Brian. He was going to be the person that couldn't get the girls, and at the last minute, they just switched it all to Calvin. So he had both
Oh,
Calvins.
that's about to say, okay, when you said it like that, and like one dude was supposed to have this problem, the other dude, and they just said, fuck
Yeah,
it, we can't pay these two motherfuckers. Let's give them all this. Let's just fuck this character up.
yeah, that dude was that guy was terrible.
Like
He made me feel
being in the
uncomfortable.
ultimate friend zone, like holy fucking shit. Like this dude is covered, basically taking over a girl that he likes his shift. They work together. And it's like everybody in the restaurant is like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? She's not gonna get with you. You're doing all this shit to get in good with her. She knows it. It's almost like babysitting for a chick you want to bang, but she needs a babysitter so she can go bang some other dude. Like, are you retarded? I like, no, not to push the R word out, but what is wrong with you, bro? Like, what?
Yo, it's one thing to get put in the friend zone. Yeah, it sucks, but that dude was calling her like 20 times. She's not like, you got to know, like, you weird. Like,
You
there's
gotta
something
be
going on with you.
you got to be like Kenny Rogers, know when to hold him, know when to fold him. Like, god dang, like, yeah, old school flip phone where he's like beep, like using like, yeah, like, god dog, like I mean, I've been in the friend zone before, but son of a bitch, even me at the time was like, no, man, that's too much. Fuck is wrong with you?
Dude, I'll pull the ripcord. If I even have a slight feeling I'm about to be put, I pull it. I'm like, I ain't going in there. I'm out. I pull the ripcord.
Oh man, so what I'm just not going in chronological order for the movie and this and that, just going off of things that are memorable, especially on my end, is and you brought it up earlier, was when Mitch, the new guy, like this whole movie, this new guy is being introduced to the people he's gonna work with, the scenario of and he sits in the back room for during dinner rush so he can watch the training video. This, I don't
the
know what
bat,
time they.
the, the bat was it the bat or no? It was the brain that the dude was trying to pull off while he was
Yeah, he
watching the
walks.
video.
Yeah, he goes into the room and gets into position, and Mitch is just like, "What the fuck?" Hey, or
He
no,
sat
the
there for like
fucking
10 minutes.
washer, the guy that does the dishes in the back. What was his name? That scene where Naomi gets in, like she yells at him. You're a TikTok dude. It's one of those things where like the TikTok has the
Oh
audio.
yeah. dude,
just sit there and do the fucking dishes. That's her.
dude,
That's the fucking scene.
I said the same thing to my girl. I was like, that's where that fucking TikTok. Like, I had zero clue until I rewatched the movie. I was like, oh man.
But I did the complete reversal, bro. I heard it on TikTok. I'm like, that sounds familiar. That sounds fucking familiar. And then I found one where it was the actual audio, like they'll post the clip on TikTok and then they just use that audio. Like, that's what it was. It was waiting. But this dude washes the dishes and is a uncertified psychiatrist. Like, what the fuck?
And he was the best. What else was he in? I was trying to remember what other movies he was in.
Undercover Brother. He was the chief.
What about the TV show, the newer one, Hawaii Five-0? Wasn't he a detective?
He's in that. He's in that. Right. His name is Chi McBride. He's also in. Oh, he was in House. He was in like the first or second season of House. He played like a board member that tries to get him fired.
Has he ever been a comedian? He seems like he can be a comedian.
He might have been, but maybe comedy movies. I know he's an actor. Let me bring his stuff up, see what else he's been in.
He was good in that movie though. The way he start breaking down people's stuff.
He was in iRobot. He was in First Sunday. Let's Go to Prison. Undercover Brother, Mercury Rising, The Terminal, Gone in 60 Seconds. He was in that. I remember seeing him in that. Oh, he's got a he's been
working.
Oh yeah. Now it's going into TV shows, but yeah, like so he's so maybe not a comedian, but in comedic movies, yeah, definitely. I feel like I'm missing something, and I wanna. What's popping in my head right now is the other kid, not Andy Milonakis guy, but his roommate T-Dog or some shit. Yeah. The white rappers. For some reason, I thought he was somebody, but I haven't seen him in anything since.
Yeah, I can't remember him in anything.
Oh, so one of the cooks, I don't know if you remember the cook, Dane Cook's one of the line cooks, Skylar Stone. I recognized him. I think he was the one that does the dandruff. Oh, he wanted a little salt and pepper. He was. Yeah. I've seen him before, and I think it was like a con artist show on Comedy Central, where he would just con his way into getting free shit. I can't remember the name of it, but I remember, I do know it was that dude, and it was a shit on, because I was always watching Comedy Central from like 2002 to till now, basically, or till like I didn't have cable, because I didn't get to watch Key and Peele in its prime. I got to watch it in reruns, but
hey, at least you got to watch it.
Yeah, right. Who else is in this movie?
Hey, real quick, that dude you were just talking about with the dandruff stuff.
Yeah,
that was a funny part, because remember, Dane Cook was telling everybody what to do, and when it got to him, he just blurted out, what he say? He wanted to put a booger in the steak. Oh
yeah, some guacamole.
And one dude's like,
no,
you can't mix Mexican and continent, whatever.
Yeah, you can't mix Mexican and continent. Oh, okay. Yeah, what about some garlic salt? Yeah. That's what I was getting to, was the whole don't fuck with people that prepare your food. This bitch, and we call them Karens now, but back in the day, they were just straight up bitches. Is that typical restaurant person who's complained, oh, I didn't ask for ranch, I wanted Caesar dressing, take this back or whatever, or that my steak is cold and this and that. Like, she bitches. And they have a system. That's like, okay, we got our first bitch of the day. She did this, she did that. The cooks are like, what do you want us to do? And so, like, fuck her up. She gives them the fucking gladiator, like, thumbs up, thumbs down, boom. Fuck that bitch. She was a total bitch. And so I want to say that chick was the one from Girl Next Door, but I don't think she was. Do you remember that movie Girl Next Door, where it's like a porn star?
Yeah, no, that definitely wasn't her. Okay. I remember her. I had a crush on her. I don't know if that was legal though, because of my age. I'm not sure. Yo, edit that out. But, I'm not 100%, but I think Paris Hilton was supposed to be in this movie, and I think she might have was supposed to have her role, but I'm not 100% on that. But she was supposed to be in the movie, and she didn't end up taking it.
I'm glad, because at the time I was not a Paris Hilton fan. Like she was just, hey guys. Now I mean, Kim blew her out of the fucking water, because she was her assistant and all this shit before she got her sex tape produced by what the fuck's her name? Her mom's name, Kevin.
And Kendall.
Kendall.
No.
Kathy.
No. Karen.
Karen.
Cletus.
Anyway, her the fucking mama. I was gonna say Kendall too. I said Kendall already.
She's the puff daddy of the family. She's the producer.
Yeah. She's the one that's like, all right, hold Ray J's dick and go down on him, dear. Yeah. Just like I did with OJ back in the day. Oh, the conspiracy theories are coming out.
It's not a conspiracy theory. Everybody knows what happened.
Speaking of these retarded people, did you see that clip that Kanye came out talking about how Pete Davidson was basically clowning on him, saying like, yeah, where's my, like he asked Pete, like, where's my wife? He's like, oh, she's in bed with me. He went on this little tirade talking about, well, who's watching the kids? I don't know about you, but when he started saying that shit, the thing that popped in my head was that scene from Jay and Silent Bob. Who's watching these kids? That one's watching the little one. Yeah, great parenting. Leave them out here and see what happens. So I went ahead and stitched and made my own little video that's on my TikTok of that same shit I just put out. Kanye crying about that. Where are the kids? Who's watching the kids? And that one's watching the little one, bitch. Go make your fucking Yeezy sneakers, motherfucker.
Yeah, like number one, maybe a family member's watching, or number two, she's a billionaire and she can have a goddamn nanny watch the kid while she's fucking butthole eyes.
Or three, it's nighttime and they're in bed, because he said he was in bed with Kim. But good for Pete Davidson. I didn't like Pete Davidson, but all this shit coming, like the Staten Island movie, I thought that was pretty funny. So he's starting to grow on me, and then all this shit that he's doing to Kanye, basically cucking Kanye. I tip my hat to you, Pete Davidson. Do your thing, brother. Give Kim that dick.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm right on this, but Pete seems to he's been pretty chill through this whole thing until recently. And it's like, after a while, if Kanye's gonna keep coming at you, I mean, you gotta start popping back off.
That too. And then I think Kanye made like a claymation video for one of his songs, and it's him killing Pete. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but dude, if you're Pete, you ain't mad at that stuff, because you're just helping me get bigger and bigger because so many people watch you. I mean, it's not bad, but after a while, the shit gets old. It's like, that's your ex. It's time to move on.
I mean, it may be OJ 2.0 coming up. I don't know, bro, because
that's what everybody says. Yeah,
you watch that documentary and how OJ just was this jealous type, and it's just like, you never know, bro. Pete might go away of the dodo pretty soon. But
dude, did you watch the Kanye documentary on Netflix?
No. I didn't even know it was on there, because I thought it was gonna be Kanye documentary or something. But it's like Jesus, or I don't know what the fuck it's called. But yeah, I'll probably check it out here. It's pretty funny. I gotta get on that Pam and Tom Hulu show. I haven't seen that one yet. And then
I watched the first or two episodes. It looked pretty good. I haven't got back into it yet.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty funny and stuff. And then on top of that, like everything else, like I'm just trying to catch up on, like I caught up on Yellowstone 1883. And then
I haven't watched the original Yellowstone yet.
Oh, have you haven't given it a shot or what?
Well, what platform is it on, like Paramount or some shit?
I watched it on Peacock. If you have the Peacock app. It might be on Paramount Plus too, yeah, because if 1883 is on it, they would have, it's a Paramount show, MTV show.
Is basically Peacock free, or you got to pay?
Peacock is free with ads and stuff.
Oh, that's not bad then.
So yeah, but yeah, I mean, I didn't watch it from the beginning, and I heard like, oh, you got to watch it, it's pretty good, blah blah blah, and I was like, okay, so I finally gave it a shot during the summer, and I was just like, fuck yes, this is a pretty fucking badass show. And then you hear other people doing the same thing, especially after the last season. I think Billy started watching it, and he's like in full Yellowstone mode. He's buying hats. He's like, I want to ride a horse, all this crazy shit.
I'm gonna get some cowboy boots.
And then the dudes on Covino and Richard, like they're down with it too. And so I was like, whoa, shit.
Yo, I've heard everybody talk about it. I just haven't got. I think I actually sent it to my girl like probably 5 different times, and every time she's like, "Yeah, you keep sending me this, but we're not watching." I'm like, "I know. I hear everybody talk about it. It's got to be good."
The first episode is like 2 hours long. So if you can watch the first episode, then you have like an understanding of okay, cool. But you can't base it off of just that. You got to watch at least go halfway through the season, and they're like 8 episodes or something, like 10 episodes, something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's worth
how
the
long are the
shot,
episodes?
like a 40 to an hour minute, like hour episode on TV with commercials.
Yo, that I seen you. I know you don't want to talk about it right now because you're gonna probably do an episode on it, but I seen you tweet out about the Batman movie, how good it was, and I liked it too. But
You want to
man,
hear?
come on, it was way too long.
No, man, for what we got, like if you really think about it, if all the movies, let's say prior to 2008, a lot of movies were like an hour and a half to, maybe
Yeah, that's good.
an hour and 50 minutes. But then that small window of time, you can only put so much. So that's why like everybody likes the director's cut, because you get more shit, more stuff is added to, like, so you get a better understanding of the movie because there's more meat on the grill. Like perfect example, the ultimate Batman versus Superman, the ultimate version, the director's cut, whatever, is way better than the fucking theatrical cut, because you got more story stuff, like the whole Lois Lane investigating this bullet. Like there's more story to that, and so it's like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. Snyder cut Justice League, everybody was like, what, 6 hours long or whatever. Oh, it's too long. Yeah, but you can watch it at home. You can press pause, or you can stop.
But that's the difference, though. That's the difference. You can at home.
Yeah.
Like, is it not possible for a 3-hour movie, cut it off in the middle somehow, good
Intermission?
Well, no, not even that. And then 2 months later, you drop the second half of it, and you get more people showing up
in the movie theater.
Yeah, like
No.
it cuts off.
That's called a sequel, bro. That's called a sequel.
Man, I was a hostage. Okay, I felt like I was in like jail, and I couldn't leave because I paid the money. I got to stay here now. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
they could have ended it.
I liked
like 4 times.
I liked it because it was more of a detective, true crime, like a thriller, almost like Seven. If you remember that movie Seven with Brad Pitt, it had more of that feel because that's more what the comic book, Batman was a detective. Think about like some of the later issues, not the original issues, but like the like mid from the 80s to the 90s, how everything was more gritty and all this other stuff. That's what you get. You don't get the Joel Schumacher, I'm Batman, I'm here to save the day, and no, Riddler, I'm gonna get you, and no, I'm gonna get you next. You know what I mean? Nothing of that shit. You get him being a detective, him kind of in this whole kind of like, can I trust this girl, this Catwoman girl? Like I saw how she was interacting.
Dude, I would trust her. I would trust her all day long. I trust whatever she says.
Her twice on Sunday.
Well, yeah, what's she saying?
But like he got kind of jealous whenever he saw how she interacted with Falcone. Then we find out
she was hot.
Yeah. Then we find out later there was a reason why. Not to spoil anything, but
we
find the real reason why. And so, and he's because I like how they didn't do an origin for this Batman. We didn't get the whole, my parents died. Oh, I went and trained with Ra's al Ghul. A lot of this shit could come back in the sequel with Ra's al Ghul with the, the whole mystical shit. But I love how they, I love how they did the detective stuff. So in my head, a perfect sequel storyline would have to be, it was called Hush. It was the storyline of Bruce Wayne, an old family friend that grew up with Bruce Wayne, being jealous of his status and this and that. So he basically, and I think he finds out he's Batman or something, but he basically goes and frames Bruce Wayne for a crime because he cosmetically had facial reconstructive surgery to look like him. And it's this whole thing. I was like, I was like, that sounds pretty fucking badass. And they kind of threw a hint in there that it might be in the future. I don't know. But they also did that stupid thing where they drop, oh, the Joker's gonna be in the next film because the guy in the prison starts laughing and dropping hints.
Yep.
So it's like,
that's what I figured too. Yeah.
but I don't, as much as I do like the Joker and that dynamic, it's been done before. Let's try something different with this character. If they're doing this whole, we're not doing MCU shit where everything's the same universe, we're doing something different, stick to that and do it like, they have already said it's set in its own little world. So just do the same way you did this film, but do it with like other storylines that people aren't familiar with, but actually are, like, some people are familiar with. And then you could throw hints like that, like, oh, there's poison ivies in this story or some shit, but
All right. Clearly you love the movie, but are you telling me they couldn't shave at least? Like, there were certain scenes that started dragging. I'm like, all right, what is happening right now?
I ain't gonna lie, I did kind of doze off a little bit, but that's because I'm reclining seats are comfortable.
Yeah, I would not argue with that. They definitely are. They kick back way too far.
Yeah, man. So I had to get up and go get a refill just to kind of like wake up. And I did that at the perfect time because they kind of dropped scenes of the movie, like the whole funeral scene. So I knew it was coming up. So I was like, all right, cool. Let me go fill up my popcorn tub and all that shit. But getting back to 2005,
yo,
waiting.
Time out. In case anybody's wondering what's going on right now, you would be like, oh, his eyes are dry. He's just dropping some, eye drops. That is acid drops that he's dropping into his eye right now. Yeah,
actually contact lens lubricating drops.
Yeah, it says that, but he takes that out and he puts his acid drops in there and he trips balls while he's doing his podcast.
My acid drops. My eyes are burning. Ah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get back. Like, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. The episode I did with Keebler recently, we were done in like an hour, and that's because we were just going all over the place. We go all over the place, come back, and then go back into the weeds. We have a history of doing that whenever we talk about a movie. So what you want to do? You want to talk a little bit more of that? You want to drop some kind of...
Oh, wait, time out. So do you have people that you guys just stick on the topic and it's like, that's it?
Yeah, when I'm doing it by myself.
Exactly. Like, I can't stick to one topic. I got one of those alphabet letters going on in my head. I don't know which one, but I can't stick to one thing.
Oh, hell. Then you want to see that and more, you better check out That's Wild Podcast going live. Tito is holding the audio hostage. They're going live tomorrow as of today on the 15th of March. Y'all are going live on 3/16 day, huh?
Why is that special day?
You said you watch wrestling back in the day. You don't know who Stone Cold is?
Oh, I told you that. That was a long time ago. I had a VCR back then. That's a long ass time ago.
Had to be. Hell yeah, dude. Be kind and rewind. Anything else you want to talk about before we let the people go?
No, I think we did wrap up we actually did. Go back and listen to the last episodes we did together. I think we stayed on topic for quite a while on this one.
Yeah, until my phone rang and had audio issues, but it's all gravy.
No, you're cutting that out. You're editing that. You ain't got to worry about that.
Oh, yeah. So if you ain't laughing, yeah, that's the outro that I'd be doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you again, E, for jumping on here. Let's talk a movie. Of course, we got to get back into the Lost Boys. I thought we were going to do the Lost Boys sequel one, the Tribe or the Thirst or something.
I'd rather do what you said at the beginning. We'll do Waiting 2 because I've actually never seen that movie. So
okay, all right. So yeah, we'll definitely have you back on. I say me to check out the sequel to this movie. The sequel came out. Shit, I want to say 2009.
Are you saying that or are you reading that?
I was reading it, but my damn phone froze. But I don't know, not 2000. It came out later on, and
2009-ish.
2010. Now let's say 2012, 2013. Let's put it out, because it wasn't a right after. It took a while, But yeah, I'll have you back on. We'll watch that. We'll discuss that. And then
I'm gonna eat an edible for that one.
I'm seriously, I think that edible is still fucking with me because, or the beer just awoken some of the inner beings that didn't digest in my system. Cause I'm definitely getting loopy. Or maybe it's because I don't have the air conditioning on in here and I'm starting to sweat.
What is happening?
Oh man, it's all good.
Yo,
It's all good.
Yo, show everybody your shirt one last time.
9 clouds up, yo.
2026 Guadalupe Street, San Antonio, Texas. Go check out the boys.
Go hit them up. They got an amazing shop. I gotta go back there and re-up on them gummies. They got that hero.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, with that being said, guys, that is that. This is it. If you ain't laughing, you ain't living. 100%. Take care of yourself and people you love. Spoonie love from up above saying Nanu, Nanu. Peace.
Peace.